Alright, settle down. It's not that exciting. Okay, I'm gonna get something out of the way first. Yes, my shoes are untied. I know, Mom. Stop reminding me. It's a statement. Okay. So yeah, alright, yeah, so let's get started here. Online relationships, huh? Those are a pretty weird thing. It's why I'm not gonna really get into detail about it, but I was in an online relationship for over a year, and it was an interesting experience, but let me tell you something. If you're ever in an online relationship, your parents will never understand, okay? Because my parents didn't, okay? They always assume that the biggest problem in an online relationship is like the distance between you and the other person. For me, that was not a problem at all, okay? Because for some reason, growing up with unlimited internet access just makes a child used to doing literally everything over text. Definitely not damaging to our brains in any way. Or our social skills. Do it. I recommend it. Please. Only use your phone, ever. But yeah, no, the distance between us is really not that big of an issue. What was an issue was a different kind of distance. Where it led. The distance where it led, which was to a really not so far away place, not so whimsical place called New Jersey. Okay, now down shore, as you know, the people of New Jersey like to call it, is an absolute nightmare, okay? I've been there once in my life and I refuse to go back willingly. I drove through there once. The entire ride, we had the car windows up, fully up, no air could get in, and somehow it still smelled like garbage. The entire ride, I'm dead serious, okay? We got out to stop at one point and my sister passed out. On the pavement. It was horrible. And you know, I have a theory. Has anyone here ever heard of the URI Watershed Watch? It's a great program. They help protect our waters. But I have a theory about why they were even established. And it has to do with the fact that I think people from New Jersey really just they decided they wanted to come down and, swim in the Rhode Island waters. The problem was, they did that and they poisoned 237 of our river, lakes, and streams because they're so damn smelly. And the 237 is a real fact, actually, a real statistic. I can MLA cite it if you really care that much. Please don't call me on that. I didn't actually cite it. It's really not fair though, because I really shouldn't be making fun of New Jersey this much, and I'm not willing to make fun of us too. So yeah, I'll make fun of Rhode Island. We're too damn small, first of all. My girlfriend from New Jersey used to always tell me, it's not a big deal, James. Size doesn't matter, but
that's a new home.
Take from this what you will, but let's just say her state was not the only thing bigger than mine, okay? Anyways, calm down. Rhode Island, we have nothing to do here. There's so little to do in Rhode Island that the most entertainment some people get is driving, okay? I know so many people that drive for fun, which to me is just silly. In most other states, driving is the annoying part to get to what you want to do. And I really don't know what you're doing in Rhode Island, but the drive there is probably more fun. Here's the thing about that, fun driving experience is that it's not fun. Because our roads suck. And if you also didn't know, people in Rhode Island drive like we've been given extra lives, okay? A Rhode Island resident would rather get in a head-on collision than let you make a right turn before them. And here's the thing, you think about it, Rhode Island has nothing, you think about it. New York has Broadway. Florida, they have Disney World. But what does Rhode Island have, folks? We have nothing. We have Dunkin' Donuts. Okay?
Yay, Dunkin'!
I'm convinced if Dunkin' Donuts was a famous tourist attraction, Rhode Island would be the most visited place in the world, beaten out only by Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But enough about states. We should really get on to something, a bit more neutral, a little less offensive, like ancient Greek-style ostracization. So, the idea is, you mess up once and they kick you out forever. You can't go anywhere. You guys hate cancel culture now? Imagine you say something bad on Twitter and suddenly you're not allowed in a major U.S. city unless you want to get shot to death. Really not a great idea, but honestly, I think it would be fun, okay? Because, here, I'll give you guys another hypothetical scenario, okay? Let's say Stephen Fulop, acting mayor of Jersey City, decided to get involved in a government scandal where he sent, a bunch of people from his smelly state to go poison Rhode Island's waters. 237 of them specifically. And then suddenly, they find out he's stuck, not going anywhere. There's only really one problem with that scenario, which is that you're kind of rewarding bad behavior because you're kicking them out of New Jersey. And honestly, I hate New Jersey. Get me as far away from there as possible. I'd wear the ostracization as a badge of honor at that point. Okay, really, I'm done with states now. Does anyone hate flying? I hate flying. Okay, let me explain why. Physics, okay? Has nothing to do with any of the other dangerous stuff. TSA, make sure there's almost no danger actually flying. Physics don't. Every law of physics does not want you to fly, literally. And the worst part is, experts have no idea how they do it. I'm dead serious. They know how to make an airplane that can fly, but they don't know why it works, okay? And is that still a little wrong with everyone else? It's one of our most relied on forms of transportation, and we just don't know how it works. It's like laying down for life-saving surgery, and they're like, okay, so we're gonna remove your liver, and we know how to do it, but we're not sure why we're doing it, Not really a great feeling. And it's ridiculous, because you're statistically more likely to get hit in the head with a coconut and die than you are to ever be anywhere near a plane crash. But at least physically, we know how coconuts hitting our head works, right? All right, the old people in the crowd are gonna like this one. I think cell phones are an epidemic. Here's the thing, I've seen a kid get the soul beaten out of him, and his best friend of 12 years, no joke, 12 years, took out his phone, like this one right here, and started recording, okay? Literally. Okay, 12 years, that's insane. And last I heard, the kid who got beat up isn't talking to his friend anymore, which in my opinion is a little bit of an overreaction. The video was hilarious, Kevin, get over it. I was the one recording, by the way, so yeah. No, but really, the other thing about cell phones is that they bring out the worst in people, honestly. I've seen the most docile human beings move to Herculean rage over their phone, their microcomputer that can get to anything at any time, anywhere. Pull up a picture of something from Star Wars in 10 seconds instead of 8 seconds, okay? And I really don't want to sound like a boomer when I say this, because it's really not just like kids. That Star Wars story was a real situation that I saw my dad get into. My dad threw his phone at a wall because it pulled up with something from Star Wars related too slow. I'm serious, okay? I'll be sitting on the couch, and I will hear this grunt from the depths of hell as my dad slams his phone on the table. And the funniest part about that is that it's always the people who do that to their phones that have no idea why their phone isn't working. They'll be sitting there going on the wall with their phone and then wonder why their phone just, doesn't want to turn on, or, the entire back is cracked. And the other good part about that is they're always the first ones to tell you what's wrong with your phone. My phone loaded something too slow once, and my dad walked up to me and was like, oh, it's because you use your phone while it's charging. And maybe he's right, but what agency do you have? You beat your phone like it killed your family. Okay, and here's the thing, is there's some of you in the crowd right now, I know it, some of you that do this, and are thinking to me and they're thinking right now, this kid has no idea what he's talking about. And let me tell you something right now, buddy, okay? I know your family probably hasn't confronted you about this yet because they're afraid of you. But I'll just break it down for you. Here's your intervention. Hitting your phone doesn't work. It doesn't help it. You didn't find some cheat code. You don't need tech support. All you did was beat your phone so bad that, like I said, the entire back's cracked and half the components don't work. Now just sack up, buddy, and tell your wife that your phone's broken so you can go get a new one, champ, all right? Thank you, everyone. It was dead on.